Okay, hello. This is part two of my Gatsby theme Instagram creation series. So now I'm gonna create a simple graphical query and a simple component to render a list of posts. Okay, so if you left in the last video, you see that I have this setup in my Gatsby theme Instagram. So of course this is something that I'm going to pass through my demo, like my theme. So you know what? Let me just do that. I think I can do this properly. So instead of exporting an object, what I'm going to export is a function. So this function will return this object. Okay, so now I have access to options, if I'm not mistaken. So here I can just say options dot username, or they just do the same. I need to find something more like generic. Okay, so this is it. So now in my demo, what I can do is, instead of just calling that, I can just do resolve this, and I close the object. And what I'm going to do is pass options, username, and then here I just call something different. Does Gatsby has an Instagram? Let me check. What? Do I need to log in? I don't want to log in. Gatsby. Yes. Yes, Gatsby has an Instagram. Amazing. So I'm gonna use that as a base. Haha. I'm just gonna pass. You know what? My here, and also in my theme, I'm just gonna default this to gatsby.js. So the first thing is that I'm gonna just show without the username. So for this I need to stop and then yarn and workspace demo develop, and let's see how it goes. So on this scenario, what I'm gonna get is, what I should get is the Gatsby post. So if I run this, graph image, Instagram. Okay, this is definitely not. Let me check. How can I check if this is mine or not? I'm just gonna take this image, well, like that. Is it there? Yes, that's not my Instagram. Amazing. Okay, so now if I stop this and uncomment this and run again, I should get the Michael Cetines Instagram post. So let's see. If I go again to here, re-render, and you see that I have, this is definitely my Instagram. So yeah, amazing. This is working. So now what I'm gonna do is create a component. So inside, not the demo, but inside my theme and inside components, I'm gonna create a grid.js file. So import React from React, and inside here function Instagram grid. I like to use the function keyword because it's a little bit more readable. A lot of people use the const that equals and then arrow function, but yeah, I mean, this is my theme, so I can do whatever I want, right? No, I'm joking. So let me just do some simple data, and I'm gonna do export. Oh, this is per page. So let me just use static query. So const, I need to import that, import use static query from Gatsby. And inside here, let me just go to the use static query documentation, because I don't know anything by, I don't remember too much things, so I can just use the docs. Okay, so this is what I have. I need to import not only use static query but also GraphQL, and inside here I can just do const data equals to use static query, and this is going to be a function that I'm going to call with GraphQL on my my query. So you know what, let me just try to do something more simple. Not comments, I don't want comments. Likes, media type, preview, yeah, and timestamp. Let me just get rid of all those things. So if I run this, failed to fetch. Okay, first error. So what's happening? Oh, of course, I'm not running the server. I need to do YAML develop. And there are some errors here. GraphQL syntax error. And the file, I'm not calling anything. Okay, let me just try to, I'm gonna comment this for the sake of here, and this should work now. So I can just run this, and good, I have a query. So I'm gonna copy this query. This is something that I do always. I just run the query in GraphQL and come here and paste the query, and that's it. So now with this data, what I can do is return div, and then here it's JSON stringify data. No, 2. Okay, so now with this setup, I need to export default Instagram grid. This is very silly, but now what I can do, okay, this should not, okay, it's not broken, but here in the index file, I'm just gonna do export default as Insta and as grid from no, this is source, yeah, components grid. Okay, so let me see, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm gonna run this again. So I guess what I can do is just import in my demo inside here. Let me just go to package.json, gatsby-themes. Oh no, I need to install the Instagram, and now I'm gonna do yarn again just in case. A lot of warnings, and then let's see. Okay, this is working. So what I can do here in my let's just do it in the theme then, because I don't have any page here in my source. Or maybe, you know what, I'm gonna create this. So source pages instagram.js, import, let's see what happens. Import React from React function. This is Instagram test. No, of course I cannot do that. And here, I'm just gonna render, return a div with my grid. The grid is coming from the theme, but I can do this, import grid from Gatsby theme Instagram. So, and then export default Instagram test. You know what, the page is called Instagram, so I'm gonna call this same page. Okay, I don't know what's gonna happen, but let me try here. Again, demo develop, and let's see. So this is running. If I come here, I render, I have that page. If I go here, I have nothing. So if I go to Instagram, voila, I have my JSON file here with all the components. Cool. So now let me just do a recap. So let me close everything. So first, what I did is set up in my theme. Let me just close here so it will be easier to see. So in my theme, I have the Gatsby config. I change this export to a function, and this function now expects some options here that I'm passing here to the Gatsby Source Instagram plugin. So if I have a username, I'm going to use this username. If not, I'm going to use the Gatsby.js username. And then from there, I just create this grid component that is here. And this grid component has this use static query. And this static query, this is just a simple query, but what I'm going to do, I think, is to set some basic limits and some basic configuration, and then let the user set up this however they want. And I'm just rendering the data that it comes out here. So, and then with this done in my theme, I was able to go to the demo, to my demo Gatsby project, create an Instagram page, and render this grid component that I just created. And with that, I got this very beautiful, of course not, page with all the data that comes from this grid component. So yeah, let me see how I'm going in time. I think it's great. I can just stop here and continue the next one to style something, and also start using the Gatsby image transformer too. So yeah, thanks. See you in the next one.